Alright, it's time to destroy Thursday's chess puzzle from chess.com. This one's called Full Dark Square Awareness. It's white to move. Give the video a pause and try yourself if you feel like it. Full Dark Square Awareness. I got a one called Light Square earlier in the week. Again, my queen is on the light squares. This one's called Dark Square Awareness, though. Check. Forces the king onto the back rank. And then I'm just mating it, right? This seems too easy. Wait, no, the king can go here. Okay, if the king goes there, I have a problem. I was thinking if the king just drops back to either of these squares, I just take, and that's mate. But the one problem, I feel like I have to probably push this pawn, but the king going to here is a problem. How does my queen get involved? I think is probably the question. So here, 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 takes. Can go here, but then the queen can just block and I just don't have any more pieces. Okay. Do I do this first? No, my queen's hanging. That's really bad. Okay. Yeah, the queen hanging is a problem, I would say. So if I push here and the king goes here, I really like this move. I really want to make it, but it doesn't seem like it's doing anything good. And I'm down 2 pieces. I gotta find a mate here. I don't know how. Dark Square Awareness. I don't really see this working. Unfortunately, I really thought it was going to work right off the bat. Dark Square Awareness. Like, how is full Dark Square Awareness? So if I take this, if I push there, like, how do I, my queen is not on the dark squares, and I don't really know how to get it onto the dark squares where it would be useful at all. And I don't have a bishop that's on the dark squares. So, like, what does anything have to do with the dark squares? I mean, it just must start with this, must it? Mustn't it? Oh, wait a second. Maybe something like this? Yeah. Ooh, that's nasty. The Dark Square Awareness. Okay, so I go here. Wait, I don't know if I'm not positive if this works, but that's a cool move. Here, 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 and then what's happening? Yeah, so I can give a check that could potentially, if the king ever moves back, I'm just taking both rooks and I'm checkmating the king. If the rook blocks, which could very well happen, then what do I do? I feel like it has to be this and then this. I mean, it's definitely this. I'm going to do this. King moves there. I come here. That's got to be the move. And I'm not really positive what, if like the rook blocks, what am I doing? Or the queen blocks. It must be this. I'm not seeing the full line yet, though. So pawn push doesn't make any difference. No other pieces can block besides these two. It seems like we're just trading. If the queen, well, if the queen blocks, I just take it with the rook and I won the queen. So that's good. But if the rook blocks, so I'm winning a rook probably, right? I mean, that's good. All right, it's got to be this. And now I have to take with the queen for it to be checked. So I'm assuming that's what I would do, right? Ooh, this discovered attack's actually pretty nasty. Maybe I take with the rook. Does that force the queen to take? I don't know if it does. It probably doesn't. I have to look at every move that black has. If I'm not going to take with the queen, I have to think about everything that black can do, which is a lot of things. Taking with the queen takes back. I take. I won a rook. That seems pretty nice, but there is seemingly a big threat if I take with the rook. If the queen takes, I won the queen. I traded rooks and won the queen instead of winning a rook, which is great. And it's mate. But if the queen doesn't take, and I take with the rook, queen doesn't have to take in this circumstance. If I take with the rook, what can the queen... So the queen can do things, the knight can do things. So if I take here and some other piece moves, I don't think there's anything for black to do that's really nasty. My king's pretty well protected. The knight can check on either one of these squares, but I can take with the pawn, which would then open up my king for a check. It's all kind of scary. I don't know. Do I take with the queen or the rook? Ah, man, I don't think I'm getting enough for this. It feels like there might be better stuff, but it's so hard to calculate all this. I'm going for the rook. Could definitely be wrong. Wow. Wow. Scary. Scary last move. Hard to commit to that thing, you know? But I got it. And I'm not even sure how the rest of the puzzle would go. But I don't think black has any good moves. and I have a discovered attack after that. It just seems like we should probably get more from this puzzle, but what can you do? I got the puzzle right. I'm going to take my wins and just move on. Okay, so puzzle's going to start with this check. Initially, I thought if the king moves back to here, I can take this rook. The other one rook can take, but my other rook would come in and checkmate the king because the king would be trapped in the back rank. But the one move I hadn't considered when I was thinking about that is if the king moves here, that's what happens in the puzzle. And the problem is that now the king is covering the rook, so if I take, the rook can take still, and I come in here, and all of a sudden the king is covering the square. So it's not going to be checkmate. So I had to figure out move from here, and I do have a check that I finally found. It's the queen on the dark squares, which gets my queen out of this attack and checks the king at the same time, which is great. I figured the rook would probably block because that's the less valuable of the two pieces, and something was going to have to block the check. At this point, I've really thought a lot about this, but if I take with the rook, which is the less valuable of the two pieces, black can't take back. If the queen takes, I'm taking with the queen, and the king is just in a ton of trouble. It's going to be checkmate. So I had to think about every other possible move that black could do, and there just aren't really any good ones. And after this move, I can attack any piece, and it's going to be a discovered attack on the king. Right? The king is on the same diagonal as my queen. If I get here and black takes, I'm taking, and it's game over. If black doesn't take, I have the ability to move my rook out of the way. I will be checking the king. I probably would move my rook right here and attack the queen and take the queen. So yeah, that's the puzzle. There it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.